Well, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Alma Scots Basketball live on 104.9 WQBX with live video streaming at elmascots.com. I'm Jeff Somerville. Craig Compton alongside as we welcome you into the Mercantile Bank Scots pregame show. It's an MIAA battle between the Alma Scots and the Olivet Comets here from the Art Smith Arena. Scots coming in here 8-6 on the season, 2-3 in the MIAA. Olivet 2-12, 0-6 in MIAA play thus far. A very important game for the Scots as they play for positioning in the league standings in an effort to get themselves into a top 3 seed, or top 4 seed, excuse me, as far as MIAA goes. If you get one of those top 4 seeds, you get a home game to start the MIAA postseason. It's really a battle between the Scots and the Calvin Knights as far as that goes right now. Scots coming in here 2-3. The Knights are 2-3 in MIAA play on the season as well. Hope, Trine, and Albion have established themselves pretty well as the top 3, but the Scots need to keep pace today in an effort to have that 4 seed. They play an Olivet team that has been down a little bit. Craig, what do we expect here today? Yeah, and can you hear me in that headset now?
I can hear you now.
All right.
We got me plugged in now. I think, if you're Alma, you're obviously coming off a big loss.
It's been a tough week.
It has been a tough week, but I think if you look back to that game against Hope, if Alma can play that brand of defense, which is kind of silly to say because they gave up 94 points to Hope, but they played really solid half-court defense, and if they play that good a defense, they're going to win most games.
I would agree.
And I think that's where it's got to start for them tonight.
Well, I think you're absolutely right. Olivet, like we said, 2-12 on the season, 0-6 in MIAA play thus far. And, it's been offensively where they've struggled, scoring just 50.7 points per game so far. That goes down to just 48.2 in league play. So they have got to find some offense somewhere along the way here. And, you're not sure where that's going to start from. The other thing, Craig, rebounding margin. They're getting out-rebounded by 16.8 boards per game in MIAA play. That's just crazy.
Yeah.
And they don't have a lot of height. Rachel Schwartz at 6 foot, the 6 foot junior, is kind of their post player, so to speak. Schwartz is 15th in the nation in blocked shots per game and 3rd in a single season all-time already for Olivet. But you've got to have more than one person grabbing those rebounds, certainly.
And 16
16.8 is a lot of rebounds, too, as far as margin goes. That doesn't work out real well.
No, that's
frankly.
A lot of second chance points or fast breaks, depending on which end they're on.
Yeah, it's actually Zoe Zatarga that leads them in rebounding with 6.9 boards per game. Swartz averaging 5.9, and then nobody else over about 2.5 rebounds per game. So that'll be something we'll watch tonight, see how the Comets fare as far as that goes. It's doubleheader basketball here in the MIAA today. Between the Scots and the Comets, we'll have the women's game first, coming up right after this timeout. And back here at Art Smith Arena, just about ready for basketball between the Alma Scots and the Olivet Comets. Take a look at those starting lineups. A familiar one for the Scots. It'll be Maddie Robbins, Sasha Warchalk, Kendall Griffune, Taylor Sass, and Aretha Humphreys. Over on the Comets side of things, it'll be Alicia Bolero, Logan Kyer, Zoe Zutarga, Rachel Schwartz, and Savannah Pavoni. Bolero and Kyer, both seniors. Zutarga along with Pavoni, sophomores, and Schwartz, a junior for the Comets. And like we said, you got to watch that rebounding margin with Olivet. That's where teams have been able to take advantage of them. And Alma's going to want to do that just as early and often as possible, I think. Watch Griffune, watch Robbins. As odd as that is to say, Robbins with 15 rebounds on Wednesday against Trine from the point guard position. Another one of the Scots that can crash that glass. And then when she gets on the glass, Alma can get out in transition in a hurry.
Well, and that was one of the categories that Alma, one of the countless categories that Alma got beat on Thursday night, I guess, against Hope.
For sure, yeah.
One that they definitely wanted to hammer home on Friday coming into this game is we got to get on the glass a little bit better this game, especially coming up against an Olivet team that struggles so much on the boards. We've got to really dominate that aspect of the game.
I would agree with that. I'll be interested to see today how the Hope versus Albion game goes. As
sure.
Albion is off to an extremely hot start, 6-0 in league play so far, 13-2 overall. So can they hang with Hope? That'll be interesting to see. Olivet controls the tap. This is Bolero getting it off for Zutarga. Kyer. Little backdoor cut here, and it's going to be turned over. Sass with a steal. Here come the Scots the other way. Warchalk, she's going to spot up for a left wing three. That's short, and the ball is going to go out of bounds. No one touched it after the shot, so it will be Olivet basketball. Schwartz will inbounds, and it's going to be Pavoni to run the point. Gets it to Schwartz quickly here. Driving in now is Kyer, and one too many steps there, Craig. It was a nice move, but she didn't put her on the floor long enough.
That was a nice attack to the basket. Just got to dribble.
You do. Robbins with it for the Scots. Their first set half-court possession. They're going to turn it over, tried an entry pass, and right there was Schwartz, and it's a turnover. Here comes Pavoni. Goes inside. Pass is tapped away, but now corralled and scored on an up and under by Zutarga, and Olivet leads it 2-0. Nice play by Zoe Zutarga. Humphreys with it for the Scots. Goes up top for Robbins. Pavoni on her to Sass. Whip it along the baseline to Warchalk. Warchalk going to drive in. Goes to the left hand up off the high glass. No. Rebound Schwartz. Scots look like they played 2 games in 3 days here early on.
They do. Looking a little sloppy.
Sammy
so
Stormont's going to go to the bench right away. Inside comes Olivet and scoring again. This is Rachel Schwartz. 4-0 Comets quickly here early on. Robbins back for the Scots, who look like they might need a little wake-up call here early. Humphreys is going to drive in. She's stuck in the paint, kicks it out. Robbins. Maddie drives in, gets to the paint, puts up a shot. No. Rebound Bolero. Alicia Bolero for the Comets. Going to try to go all the way past Humphreys. Cut off at the block. Kicks it back out. They'll reset up top with Pavoni. For Schwartz. Schwartz hands off to Kyer. Now it's Zutarga with it. Zutarga working on Griffune. Passes up high for Bolero. 8 on the shot clock. Here comes Schwartz with it. Hands off. 3 ball from Pavoni on the way. Looked good, no good. And Robbins the rebound, and here comes the transition like we talked about. It's going to set up Warchalk for 3 from up top. In and out, no good. Rebound Zutarga. Zutarga, little handoff. And the It's going to be tapped out of there by Warchalk. Steal completed by Robbins. 3-on-2 for the Scots. Oh, Robbins pumps a pass outside to lose the defender, and a 30-second timeout is going to be called by Olivet. They lead it 4-2, but I think Robbins in transition causing some problems. We'll take the break as well. Back after this. Back here at the Art Smith Arena, 4-2 Olivet on top of the Alma Scots, but it was Olivet calling the timeout after the coast-to-coast drive by Maddie Robbins to make it 4-2. Schwartz with it. Hands off on the wing to Kyer. Back inside Schwartz. Puts up a shot, no good, but a foul is going to be called on Reagan Thor, who's come into the game. And shooting two will be Rachel Schwartz, who looks very good here in the early going. Schwartz just a 60% foul shooter on the season. First one is up and good. Schwartz averaging 6.9 points per game, 5.9 boards for the 6-foot junior out of Battle Creek Penfield High School. She hits both. Make it a 4-point Comet lead at 6-2. Robbins back for the Scots. Thor over on the left wing now. Reagan's going to put it on the floor. Robbins with it, kicks into the corner. Sass open for three, that's short. And the rebound is going to come to Schwartz again, who's racking up the boards early on here.
Almost got to attack a little bit more, get to that rim. They're settling for some outside shots right now, and I think that they can really get into that paint right now and do some damage.
Yeah, I think you're right. Schwartz puts it on the floor, dribbles it off her foot, and turns it over. We talk about the rebounding early on and that 16.8 rebounds per game that Olivet's being out-rebounded by. So far, out-rebounding the Scots 4-1.
Well, Alma's not getting down into that paint. Like I said, they're settling for those longer shots. Long rebounds gives Olivet a good
Robbins
shot.
with it, kick into the corner. Thor with a quick trigger three. That's good for Reagan Thor with a little fist pump at 6-5. Schwartz comes back with it here. Tries to go backdoor. It's going to be tapped away by Thor. Steal completed by Robbins. Here comes Maddie in a hurry. Robbins pumps that pass into the corner again, but this time Schwartz is waiting and blocks the shot away. Robbins comes back from behind and steals. Thor from the right wing for three. Front iron, no. Rebound is secured by Bolero, who slows things down a little bit and goes to Pavoni. Here's Schwartz. Everything seems to be running through Rachel Schwartz. She's going to quick trigger a three this time. No. Offensive rebound now by Olivet. That was Zatarga who put it up and couldn't finish it. And back comes Robbins to Warchalk. Stasha going to drive in, gets to the bucket, puts it up and scores. That's right what you talked about, Craig. Getting to the basket. 7-6. Scots with their first lead here.
I think Alma's just got a speed advantage right now that they need to take advantage of.
Schwartz is going to hand it to Kyer. Zatarga now. Zatarga picks up the dribble, in a little bit of trouble, needs some help, goes back up top for Schwartz. 10 on the shot clock, backdoor cut, up from Pavoni, no good. Thor the rebound, here come the Scots again. Thor can handle this herself, the freshman guard. She's going to go coast to coast, put it up and good. Reagan Thor with 5.
I think that they can do that. They've shown with Maddie a couple times. They've been able to just bring it down the court and drive right in. I think they just keep going to it.
Schwartz with it. Hands to Kyer again over on that left wing. Pass comes up top. Zatarga. Zatarga with Griffune all over her. Back up top to Schwartz. Olivet looks tired out here right now. They're going to hand Pavoni for 3. In and out, no good. Here comes Thor again. Same play. She rebounds again. Dribbles it back across herself. Finds Robbins out on the wing. Warchalk, Thor, swing it all the way around. Sass for 3. That's short again. And the rebound comes to Pavoni with 4 minutes to go in the first quarter. Scots by 3. Zatarga with it, tries to cross over, loses the ball, and then has her shot swatted by Griffune out of bounds. 4 subs at the scorer's table for Olivet. 3 come in for the Scots. We'll set the Scots lineup with Warren, Carrie Miller into the game, Humphreys, Sass, and Thor. Maya Kelly in there for Olivet, along with Julia Decker. Looking to get it in is Courtney Ballas. And it's going to go out of bounds, and it'll stay with Olivet, they say. Also, Clara Scholes into the game. It'll be Ballas to inbounds. Gets it in for Scholes. Clara Scholes working on Humphreys. 8 on the shot clock. Hands off to Bolero.
Good defense again.
Bolero with Humphreys all over her. Double dribbles with it. She had picked up the dribble, put it back on the floor, and
she got stuck on an island there because
she did.
Of Aretha Humphreys' great defense.
And the shot clock was winding down, too.
It was, but Aretha stayed in front of her and didn't give her a shot there.
Thor out on the right wing. Goes Warren. Warren has her pass batted by Bolero. Now eventually gets to Sass in the corner. Sass's 3, short for the 3rd time. Reagan Thor with the rebound, puts it up no good. And the rebound strong from Olivet that time. Struggling to get it out of there, though, is Julia Decker. And finally it'll be Ballas that settles it down. For Scholes. Scholes hands off left wing for Decker. Back up top, Kelly. Kelly puts it on the floor, nowhere to go. Up top, wide open 3 is on the way. That's no good from Ballas. And Sass the rebound. And she will come up in transition. Goes off for Thor. Thor up top, Warren, who will call out a play. Finds Sass. Sass is going to drive in this time, kick it back out. Warren open for 3, no good. Rebound for Miller. Carey will put it back up off the glass, too strong. And the rebound comes to Olivet this time, Julia Decker.
Good job getting that rebound. Alma just forcing those layups a little bit too much right now. Can't get them to drop.
Kelly hands off on the left wing to Decker.
Whoa.
Decker drives in, puts up a wild shot, no good, and will go out of bounds off of Maya Kelly. So far, it appears the only real play that Olivet runs is that handoff at the left wing. They've done it 7-8 times already probably, and they try to find offense off of that.
Yeah, and Alma right now just a little too quick on defense. They're able to slide and get around that handoff and cut off the layup.
Robinson Warchalk back in for the Scots. Zatarga comes to the scorer's table for Olivet. Robbins with it out on the left wing. Goes Humphreys left wing. 3. She's got that one. Aretha Humphreys for 3, and the Scots lead it 12-6. It's a 12-2 run for Alma. Maya Kelly with it. Here comes that handoff out at the left wing. This is Decker. Goes for Scholes up top. Another handoff, this time to Ballas. Now Kelly with it. 12 on the shot clock. Kelly back to another handoff. Pavoni, who's come back in. Griffune's going to tip a pass away. Tried to go inside. Scott's in transition. Humphreys, extra pass over. Robbins off the window and good.
Those were a couple great passes right there.
Ball just sitting down here now. Kelly will get it. And Maya will run the point here for the Comets. Griffune will pick her up eventually. The handoff comes over on that left wing, and they run offense from there. Scholes with it. Hands off, going to the right. Coming down, and a blocking foul will be called on Robbins. And Courtney Ballas, I believe, will shoot 2 here. Ballas, a freshman on the Comets squad out of New Boston Huron High School. Robbins sits down. Maya Kelly sits down as well. And Courtney Ballas will shoot 2. Ballas' first foul shot in and out, no good. Just a 52.9% foul shooter so far this year. Averaging 5.6 points in her freshman campaign. Second one on the way, that's good. Reagan Thor checks back in for Aretha Humphreys. Thor with 5 points, 3 rebounds already in this one. Olivia Warren with it for the Scots. They go into the corner. Warchuk thought about a three, didn't take it. Back up. Humphreys quickly back for Sass. She's going to try another three. She's short for the fourth time on a three.
Not very often you say that about Taylor Sass.
No. Warchuk with a huge battle, and they're going to say eventually that it's Scots basketball. I'm not sure how, because the Olivet player was the one inbounds and Warchuk was out of bounds.
Okay.
So I don't get why Alma's got the ball, but they do, and Warchuk will try to do something with it. Driving down here, goes with a little right-handed hook and scores.
Good move.
Under a minute to play here in the first quarter. 16-7, Scots on top. Savannah Pavoni goes to Zatarga. Zatarga going to hand it off Decker. Decker drives in, gets around, and scores. Julia Decker with her first two, and that's how that play's supposed to work, the handoff.
It is. You got to get going downhill.
You do.
That time they were able to.
10 seconds for the Scots. Warchuk with it in the corner. Goes for Robbins on the wing. Out to Thor. 4 seconds to go in the quarter. 3 seconds. 2, 1. Warchuk up under. She's fouled as the buzzer sounds. May have rolled an ankle as she came down. Stasha will shoot two.
Thought she was going to get a friendly roll off the rim.
I thought she was too.
Landed pretty soft on the rim, but it just fell
They'll
out.
probably add about 2/10, 3/10 here, and that's exactly what they will do, is put 3/10 of a second on the clock, and Stasha Warchuk will shoot two. Warchuk with 4 points already. This one's long. Warchuk only 9 of 12 from the foul line this year. That's strange for someone who averages 11.8 points per game and a lot of it down in the paint. She hits the second. That'll bring us to the end of the first quarter. So our score at the end of one, the Scots 17, Olivet 9. Back to the Art Smith Arena after this. Getting ready to start the second quarter here at Art Smith Arena. Scots on top of the Olivet Comets, 17-9 after one stanza. A good quarter for both Reagan Thor and Stasha Warchuk with 5 points apiece. Maddie Robbins added 4 and Aretha Humphreys 3. It'll be Sass, Robbins, Humphreys, Warren, and Griffune for the Scots. Looks like we've got Pavoni, Kyer, among others, for the Comets as we're underway here. Into the corner, Sass for three, short for the fifth time.
Goodness.
We know where Taylor's miss is coming from. This is unusual for Sass as well.
Rushing it just a little too much. That time she had to, but the other one's a little too rushed.
Not a lot of games where you're going to see Taylor Sass 0 for 5 from the floor.
She'll settle in at some point.
Robbins with a steal. Maddie's going to try to go by everybody. She does and gets fouled by Zatarga. Zatarga had 5 or 6 feet of a head start, and Maddie was going to try to split through and go by anyway.
That was going to be a really nice move is what I was going to say until she got pushed in the back. She split them, but she got shoved right in the back.
Well, the Scots will maintain possession here. Follows the first on Kyer. They go in for Griffune. Sass for three, short. She's going to follow her shot, though, and fire a pass down for Robbins.
Well, that time I understand why it was short. She was quite a ways behind.
She was a long way out that time, but she followed that shot and then threw a beautiful pass to Robbins for the finish. Scots by 10. This is Schwartz with it. Hands it off for Bolero. Now Zatarga. Zatarga backing down Griffune all the way cross court for Kyer. Kyer's going to try to toss a pass inside. It's going to be tied up on the ground. It'll stay with the Comets. 5 seconds on the shot clock as it stands. It's going to be Pavoni to inbound from under her own basket. Looking to get it in here, still looking, fires it in now for Bolero. Bolero with 2 on the clock. They don't see it. Now a shot is up, but it draws nothing. It's going to be a shot clock violation as they just didn't run a real play coming out of that for a shot clock situation, Craig.
No, just kind of ran around and then chucked it up at the last second.
Robbins will control the ball for the Scots. Humphreys over on the right wing to Sass. Taylor back to Robbins. She's open for 3, short. And Sass with another rebound. Taylor goes in strong, probably got fouled, missed the shot, and it's going to go out of bounds off of Zatarga. Looked like Sass got hit on that shot to me.
Bit.
Warchalk to the scorer's table. Thor to the scorer's table. Also Pavoni sat down. And Robbins will inbounds for the Scots. Having trouble getting it in, goes to Thor, quickly to Warchalk in the corner. Warchalk puts it on the floor, finds Griffune just inside the foul line for a jumper. Kendall fills it up. Scots pouring it on here. 21-9 in favor of Alma. Behind the back goes Ballas, who's back in the game. Goes up top for Schwartz. Schwartz backdoor cut Bolero, and she'll lay it up and good.
They've run that backdoor cut from there a few times, and it's looked really nice.
It was nice. First 2 for Alicia Bolero. Inside for Griffune, outside Thor. Swing it around for Robbins. All the way cross court. Sass tries to go inside. It's poked away and stolen away by Bolero. Schwartz with a nice job to get a hand on that one. Ballas going to go to Schwartz. Schwartz going to come for the handoff to Kyer. Back up top, Zatarga. Zatarga tries to go inside for Bolero. It's a wild pass, and it'll be stolen by Robbins. Robbins back in transition. Thor for a right wing 3. Got another one. Reagan Thor with 8. Best game of her freshman campaign for the freshman from Frankfurt. 24-11 Scots. Back the other way comes Olivet, and getting in with a layup is Ballas. A nice play on the other end, and here comes Robbins. Robbins crosses over, finds herself wide open in the painted area for a little jumper, and a timeout is going to be called by Olivet. It's a 30-second timeout. We'll take it along with them back to the Art Smith Arena after this. Olivet basketball out of the timeout. It's Courtney Ballas controlling it. Gonna hand it off for Scholes, who's come back in. Up top for Schwartz. Schwartz goes to Bolero. She's gonna trigger a quick 3 off the back of the rim. No. Warchalk with a rebound. Olivia Warren back in transition for the Scots. Gonna hand to Warchalk. Thought about a long 3, decided not to take it. They'll come to Humphreys. Humphreys fires a pass down for Miller. Swing it around for Warren. Warren loses the handle on it, gets it right back. Humphreys drives in just inside the foul line. She'll put it up and good. Aretha's so good from right there.
Yeah, she's smooth.
28-13 Scots. Humphreys with 5. Schwartz with it as Olivet sets a play. Tried to go to Bolero, and it went right over the top of her into the Scots bench. Another turnover.
Coach Stormont about took that one off the forehead. She was calling out plays to her defense there. Didn't even know the pass was coming at her.
And Craig, that's 11 turnovers already for Olivet.
That's
Scots with 14 points off those turnovers.
Well, and Alma only with 2 turnovers so far in this game, so that's a big story.
Yeah, they've taken care of it so far. Warchalk in the corner for Humphreys. Gets it to Thor. Reagan's going to heat check a 3, and that one was rushed. But Carrie Miller with a great job to run the rebound down. Gets it back to Warren for Humphreys. Aretha's going to put it on the floor. Goes inside for Thor, who lays it up and good. 10 first half points for Reagan Thor.
I thought she was going to kick that outside to Miller, and she had other thoughts. Kicked it down low to Thor.
And now a clean steal from Warren. Warren going to try to get it up to Warchuk. Stasha gets too far under the basket. Feeds it back to Warren, who lays it up and good. Olivia Warren with her first two. 32-13. Scots pouring it on in the second. Maya Kelly back in the game for the Comets. Will hand off to Decker for Scholes. Hands off Bolero. She's going to try a long three and bury it. Alicia Bolero with 5. Olivia Warren for the Scots. Going to get it to Thor. Humphreys with it now. To Thor, get it inside. Warchuk working on Kelly. Tried a little bounce pass and it goes right off the legs of the Olivet players, but Olivia Warren scraps down onto the floor to force a jump ball, and Alma will get possession here. I'd be surprised if they don't get a fresh 30 on the shot clock, and now they do. Mallory Repke into the game for the Scots. And some question on the possession arrow here. They say it's all good. And Repke will inbounds to Warren. Get it back over on the wing. Repke fires it inside. Warchuk. Defense is good. Little backdoor cut from Warren. And she's going to be fouled and shoot 2. Olivia Warren doing it on the inside here in this second quarter. Warren's first foul shot up and good.
Didn't take a lot of time when she got the ball to
she's
shoot
an
it.
She's an 87.5% foul shooter. She doesn't need a lot of time.
All the dribbles and nonsense.
There's not a lot of thought put into it.
No.
She just fires it up and drills it. That's now 16 of 18 on the year for her. Ballas with it for the Comets. Gonna go for Bolero. Bolero gonna try to do it herself. A little floater in the paint, and she's gonna be called for a charge. Warchuk stood in.
Whoa.
The bucket went, but Stasha stood in there and took the charge. Alicia Bolero looking really good here, though, for the Comets. Bolero 8.5 points per game so far. She'll have to set down with her second foul, however. Back into the ball game is Kyer. And here comes Warren for it. Gets it off for Repke. Repke outside Warren. Olivia wants a 3. No good. And a nice rebound by Kelly. Good box out from Maya Kelly that time. Ballas with it. They go for Kelly. Kelly drives in. Miller all over her, and Carey's going to swallow the shot up. Here comes Warren, 2-on-2. Kick out for Sass, and a nice defensive play by Ballas to tap it out of bounds. Griffune returns. That looks like Grace Fosmore checking in as well, the freshman out of Glen Lake. Sass will inbounds it. Sass, Fosmore, Griffune, Repke, and Warren here. Gonna get it in for Griffune. Kick it out. Warren, swing it around. Repke for 3. She's got it. Mallory Repke had a really good game against Hope.
I was just gonna say, we saw her play some pretty good minutes against Hope.
Yes, we did.
Picking up right where she left off.
She looks very comfortable out there for someone who didn't play a lot of minutes early in the season.
That was a no-doubter.
Driving the lane and being fouled is going to be Ballas. So Courtney Ballas will go back to the line. Ballas with 3 points, 1 for 2 from the line so far. Kelly sits down. And it'll be Ballas to shoot the pair. First shot on the way and perfect from Ballas. Give her 4. And the second one up, this looks long, and it is. Rebound is going to come to Fossmore. Good effort by Schwartz to tap the rebound, but Grace had good position there. Fossmore back on the other end to Sass. Sass is going to drive in, kick out. Repka for three, just short. Warren the rebound, puts it up, no good though. Griffune on an offensive board. Griffune going to find a cutting Repka. She puts it up, no. 3 chances for the Scots, and they'll get a fourth as the ball's out of bounds off the Comets. That rebounding now, Craig, turning the way of the Scots as we expected.
Yeah, it's taken a little while to get to that point, but they are.
We're there.
Yeah, they're digging in and evening it up.
Sass to inbounds. Repka comes off a couple screens. Griffune's got it. Throws Sass in the corner for 3.
There
that one, she's got a big smile. 40-17 Scots.
Addie Robbins fainted on the sideline. They had to give her some CPR after that one went in.
Well, Taylor was 0 for 7 or 0 for 6 from downtown.
Not very often that'll ever happen. Maybe has never happened in her career.
Probably
I would
not. Probably
venture
not.
to say that, to be honest.
No, but she got that one, and I'm sure she'll heat up from there. She does have 3 rebounds and an assist as well, though.
Yeah,
so.
She's not playing bad. Shooters just got to shoot their way out of those slumps, and that's what she's doing now.
Ballas finds herself back at the line after a foul on Fossmore. She misses the first. If history is any indicator, she'll make the second. She split both the first 2 pair. Oh, doesn't get this one to go, though. That's comes out long.
You jinxed it.
I did jinx it, and Olivia Warren comes away with the basketball for Repka. Repka to Warren. Olivia drives in, kicks it off. Nice pass for Griffune, and a nice block, and a terrible foul call is Logan Kyer with a clean block. They didn't call it on her. They didn't call it on Kyer.
What did they call then?
They called it on Schwartz on the other side.
I mean, I guess. Was she did she get body? I don't understand what the...
I'd have to see a replay on that one. I don't know. First foul
shot. That was a great pass by Olivia Warren. I'll say that much.
It was a great pass. Griffune for the second one. That's up and good. So make it 42-17 Scots. Brooke LaRue will check in for her first action. She replaces Sass. Little full court pressure applied by Warren here on Pavoni. Pavoni really having to work with Olivia Warren all over her here. They get it off to Schwartz. Back to Pavoni. Pavoni works off a screen. 7 on the shot clock. Zatarga gonna go to Kyer. She drives in, and she drives into 3 Scots players and just
the entire
throws it
roster
out of bounds.
at the rim there.
Griffune, Fossmore, and Repka all right there for the Scots.
I mean, she had an opening for the drive, and then it closed real quick.
It did. 2 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Repka with it for Fossmore. Fossmore up top, Warren. Warren going to go into the corner, a 3-ball on the way, and good from LaRue. Brooke LaRue with a triple, 45-17. Inside go the Comets. A wild scoop shot from Zatarga. No. Griffune the rebound. Warren goes behind the back, comes across the timeline, and calls out a play. An offensive explosion for the Scots here.
It's going well.
Griffune from the elbow jumper. That's
it's
good.
It's going well, I said.
Kendall Griffune with 6. Scots by 30. Driving in, firing up another shot, and getting to the foul line again is Ballas. Scots have put up a 30 spot here in the second quarter. They've outscored Olivet 30-8.
Yeah, I didn't see that coming, but we'll take it. Especially the way that this thing started out. They couldn't buy a bucket there for
They were down 4-0 and 6-2, but since then it has been all Scots. Courtney Ballas back to the line. Hits the first one. Give her 5 points. 3 of 7 from the foul line now. She's been there a lot. Showing good aggression, going to the basket.
Yeah, they've actually gotten to the rim
pretty well.
Quite a few times. The problem is Alma's just there every time.
She splits the pair. Taylor Cleveland into the game now. Taylor going to get it to Repka. Repka goes off LaRue. Up top, Repka, 1 minute to go in the half. Cleveland with it. Cleveland going to drive in, goes all the way around. Now they're back to Repka. Repka with 10 on the shot clock. She traveled with it, dragged that pivot foot, 51.9 seconds to go in the first half.
I will say when we've seen Alma play really, really well this year, they've shared the ball extremely well, which they're doing tonight.
Right.
Against Hope, they got a little stagnant at times.
They did. Here's Olivet with it. Getting it over into the corner for a three. That's a little bit long from Ballas. Rebound fought for. Cleveland does a good job. Miller comes away with it. And here comes Cleveland with it. Game clock has less time on it than the shot clock, so the Scots are going to have to be cognizant of that. Fossmore will say that's no problem, and Grace hits a little jumper with 15 seconds to go. 49-18. Ballas with it with 7 seconds to go in the half. Ballas going to drive in on Cleveland, and Taylor's going to body her up, foul her on the floor. And Ballas will head back to the line for the Comets. Ballas will not head back to the line for the Comets. As I said, it was on the floor. The officials, I thought, had gotten it wrong, but I was just going to let them go. Yeah. And inbounding with 2.8 seconds, they go to Bolero. Bolero going to put up a shot.
Oh, boy.
Counted in the foul.
That's a backbreaker.
Well, it's not a backbreaker when you're up by 29, but it is disappointing, certainly. Alicia Bolero.
Not how you wanted to end the half is what I was getting at there.
7 points to lead the way, and now she'll have a shot here with no time on the clock. Nobody around as we'll head into halftime. Bolero's shot is short, so our score at the break is going to be Alma 49, Olivet 20. We're going to step aside here this week in high school sports and some sponsor announcements, and we will be back with the second half of action after this timeout. And welcome back to Art Smith Arena, and welcome into the Pizza One halftime report. 49-20 Scots on top of the Olivet Comets at halftime, and a great presentation here at the half as the 30th anniversary of the 1992 Scots National Championship team is out on the floor, and right now taking a picture with the current group of players and coaches as well, and they're kind of meeting up here. That Scots National Championship run was just a spectacular thing with Coach Goffnet back in 1992, and it was fun to watch, fun to follow along with, and it's a nice banner up right next to the scoreboard there that says NCAA Champion 1992, a fantastic squad. And a good solid squad that Sammy Stormont's got here on the floor today as they lead 49-20 at halftime. Take a look at some of those individual scoring numbers from the first half. Scots led by the freshman Reagan Thor with 10 points, 3 rebounds in that first half. Maddie Robbins, 8 points, 3 assists, 6 points, 3 boards for Kendall Griffune. Stasha Warchuk, 5 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, 5 points, 2 assists for Aretha Humphreys. Olivia Warren, 4 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists. Brooke LaRue with a 3. Taylor Sass, 3 points, 3 rebounds. Mallory Repka, 3 points, and 2 points for Grace Fosmore. Over on the Olivet side of things, it's Alicia Bolero with 7 points, Courtney Ballas with 5, 4 points for Rachel Schwartz, Julia Decker with 2, and Zoe Zatarga with 2 points for the Comets. Scots outscoring Olivet 32-11 in that second quarter. Alma shooting 46.3% from the floor thus far, 31.6% from downtown. They out-rebound Olivet 20-14 in that first half. More what we expected. Olivet got off to the strong start, and Craig, it just looked like the Scots were took a little while to wake up after having to play back-to-backs on Wednesday and Thursday against top 10 teams in the country, coming out here a game that they were favored to win. They didn't get off to the start they might have liked, but after those first 3 or 4 minutes, it was all Scots.
Well, part of it was probably that, and then the other part, I think, we see it in sports all the time. You've got a team that's struggling like Olivet, and you expect them to just come in here and roll over. And when they don't just roll over right off the tip ball, you kind of take a step back, and you're not really sure what's going on.
Right.
It took Alma a little while to get settled in, but once they did, it was all systems go from there on out.
Well, that it was, and it'll be interesting to see what kind of minutes Coach Stormont gives her starters. And, I mean, she played a lot of folks in that first half. Not everybody, but she played a lot in the first half, and I expect we'll see more of the same in the second half as, Olivet's struggling a little bit. They've got a young team, certainly. They've got some nice pieces. I really like Courtney Ballas, the freshman. I love her aggression, getting to the basket.
One of the bright spots,
got herself to the line quite a few times. Alicia Bolero came on strong late with the 7 points. And Olivet's still in the locker room here at halftime, though. They're going to have to here they come. Well,
right on cue.
Here 4 of them come.
Right on cue.
So they will be ready to go as well. We'll step aside here as that wraps up the Pizza One halftime report from the Art Smith Arena. We will be back with the second half of basketball after this. Welcome back to the Art Smith Arena, just about ready for the second half of basketball. The Alma Scots and the Olivet Comets. Don't forget, following this one, we will have the men's game between the Scots and the Comets as well. Getting things started here in the second half. It will be Schwartz along with Pavoni, Bolero, Kyer, and Zatarga for the Comets, the original starting five. Also out there for the Scots, Robbins, Warchuk, Griffune, Sass, and Humphreys. Inbounds goes to Zatarga, quickly to Pavoni. Pavoni sets a play to Bolero. Bolero's got Sass on her, back to Pavoni. Goes off a Zatarga screen. Gets to the foul line, puts up a shot over Griffune, no. Nobody goes to the ball for the Scots, though, and it's going to come out past midcourt all the way to the Comets. Pavoni will have a chance to reset things here. Goes off for Schwartz. Hands to Bolero. Zatarga. Zatarga gets the elbow. Going to have it stolen away by Griffune. Gets it back. Zatarga drives in further. Scoop shot, no good, but a foul on Griffune. And Zoe Zatarga will go to the line for two. They huddle up at the foul line before Zatarga's shot attempts. First shot too strong for Zatarga, 5'11", sophomore from Ludington. Zatarga's second on the way. That's also long, and Warchuk will grab the rebound. Robbins calls out a play right away for the Scots. Goes Humphreys left wing, Warchuk into the corner. Back for Robbins. Robbins for Sass, left wing three. That one's no good. Warchuk the rebound. Stasha up, under, lays it up and in.
Nice finish.
7 points for Warchuk, 51-20 Scots. This will be Pavoni with it. Goes for Schwartz. Schwartz with the handoff over on that left wing as we've seen so many times. Zatarga now. Zatarga kick out for Schwartz. Schwartz hands to Pavoni. 8 on the shot clock. Pavoni driving in, loses it briefly. Zatarga with it now, and a reaching foul will be called on Maddie Robbins with 4 seconds on the shot clock. They'll reset to 20 off the defensive foul, and Pavoni will inbounds. She gets it right back over on that wing. Kick out for Schwartz. Schwartz handed it off, but it was poked out of bounds by Warchuk.
Thought she dribbled it right off of her foot.
So did
the way
I.
It looked from where we're sitting, but
I thought she tried to hand it to Bolero and just failed.
Dropped it, yeah. That's what it looked like to me, but we're up here in the nosebleeds, so.
Pavoni with it. 7 on the shot clock. Pavoni needs to get rid of it. Gets it to Zatarga. Up and under for Zatarga. No. Humphreys rips the rebound. Scott's back in transition quickly. She fired a pass for Robbins.
Whoa.
Maddie dives on the floor to save it. To Sass, who drives down the lane. No, and the rebound comes to Schwartz.
What a save, though.
Sammy Stormont wants a fresh 5. Thinks she's Coach Morehouse all of a sudden.
Hey.
Driving in and up and good for Kyer. Logan Kyer.
When you play like Alma did in the first half.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's easy to think that you're Hope all of a sudden.
Warchuk with it, down low. Just going to put a shot up, no good. Rebound Griffune. Griffune going to have to get rid of it. She just tried to put a shot up, no.
Whoa.
Comes to Warchuk, who just fires the basketball off the knees of Schwartz out of bounds.
I thought she was going to try to kick
I
that
thought
to
she
Sass
would
in
too.
the corner, and she threw it 90-mile-an-hour fastball.
All right, so I see Fosmore, Warren, Lesneski, along with Adriana Hill and Brooke LaRue. They'll go into LaRue. Inside Lesneski. She's double-teamed. Kick out. Fosmore for 3. Short. And the rebound will come to Schwartz, who has to save it to Zatarga. And they'll get out of there with it eventually. Pavoni with it for Schwartz. Schwartz goes backdoor. Bolero. Bolero up over Hill and good. Alicia Bolero again. 51-24 Scots. This is Hill with it out on the right wing. Goes for Warren. Warren going to hand it off LaRue. LaRue for Hill. It goes right between her hands. She has to retreat to get it 10 on the shot clock. Olivia Warren now picked up the dribble. Lesneski with 5 on the clock. Lesneski drives in, puts up a running shot, no good, and the rebound to Zutarga. Pavoni will bring it across the timeline. Zutarga working on Lesneski. Kick out, Pavoni, back up top, Schwartz resets. On the floor here, driving in and being fouled is going to be Kyer. Checking in will be Scholes along with Decker. Reagan Thor returns for the Scots. Remember, the freshman Thor led the way with 10 points in the first half off the bench. Zutarga gets it on the inbounds play, hands it back to Pavoni for a corner 3. It's an air ball right to Hill. Hill gonna bring it out herself. Goes to Warren. Warren to Thor in the corner. Back up top. Warren, they'll reset from there. Warren off a Lesneski screen. Goes for Thor. Reagan's gonna put up a 3 ball again. Just short. Lesneski with great position inside, and she'll be fouled.
Really, really nice job on the box out there. Great position and kept fighting for the rebound, able to pick up a foul. It's
going to be Thor to inbounds from under her own basket. Scots will get a fresh 20 on the shot clock. Looking to get it in, struggling to get it in. Goes to Fossmore. Fossmore, quick little jumper. That's off to the left, no good, and the rebound comes to Scholes. Here comes Courtney Ballas back into the game now. Back for Scholes. Going to hand it off Decker. Julia's going to go in with a running shot, no good. Rebound Thor. Reagan Thor looking to go coast to coast here, going to get it to Hill. Hill drives in, finds some space, lays it up, no good, and the rebound to Zutarga. Here's Ballas with it now, back to Zutarga. Zutarga puts it on the floor, goes past Lesneski, lays it up and good.
She's been able to get to the rim nice tonight, just hasn't been able to finish a few times.
51-26 in favor of the Scots. Scots stuck on that 51-point mark since very early in the third quarter. They've been outscored 6-2 here in the third.
Like maybe the first possession of the
I think it was the first
half,
possession.
Maybe. I think they came down, made a bucket, and then haven't been able to take the lid off now.
Kyer checks in. Bolero sits down. And Olivia Warren with it. Goes to Hill. Hill off a Lesneski screen for Thor. Into the wing. Lesneski's got it in the paint now. Puts up a jumper. No good. Rebound comes to Decker. Here comes Courtney Ballas with it. Ballas drives in on Warren. Tries a little bounce pass. It's a wild one. Hill scrambles for it and completes the steal. Kick out Warren. She wants a 3-ball from the corner. In and out. No good. Zutarga the rebound. Scots with the starting 5 back at the scorer's table. Here's Zutarga with it. Zutarga going to hand it off. Getting in is Pavoni, or Decker, excuse me. She'll lay it up and good. Julia Decker has 4. Warren with it for the Scots. They still lead at 51-28. Lesneski finds herself open in the paint. Shots up, no good. Rebound comes to Warren. Warren drives down, and she's fouled. Good effort by Olivia Warren there. I think it was Fossmore that initially kept it alive.
Yeah, Olivia taking one right out of the page of Maddie Robbins there, crashing the boards and able to get to the line.
She hit both of her foul shots earlier. And here is Olivia Warren at the line again, and that one's perfect again. 4 Scots starters back in the ballgame. Maddie Robbins still waiting, but she'll be in as soon as Olivia knocks this one down. And here she comes now. 5 for Olivia Warren. I know who you want at the foul line if you ever need one.
Sure.
That's 90% now on the season. She's improved as the game's gone along.
Seems to be pretty good.
Scholes with it for the Comets. Gonna hand off for Kyer. Kyer dribbles it down. Warchalk gets a piece of the ball as Kyer tries to go up with it, and it ends up right out of bounds off of Kyer, and the Scots will take over.
Stasha, one of the key players of the Scots team. She does so many things like that really, really well.
Yeah, she's a pesky defender, that's for sure. Sass driving in, hands it off Griffune. Griffune kick out. Warchalk for three, no good. Humphreys the rebound and finish.
And another key player that does a lot of little things really well.
Well, that one fell right into Aretha's lap.
It did. So. But she crashed the boards hard.
She did.
Got rewarded.
Zatarga with it. Kick out into the corner. Kyer. They go for Scholes. Back Zatarga. Hand off. Putting up a shot. And guess who's going to the line? It's Courtney Ballas. This will be Ballas's 9th and 10th foul shots of the afternoon so far. She's just 3 for 8 so far, though, Craig. 5 points.
Yeah, she's a nice player. Does not care at all about being a freshman.
No.
She is going to attack every time that ball touches her hands.
That foul shot's up and perfect. (55-29) Scots. Second one from Ballas on the way. No good. And battle for the rebound. It's going to be a tie-up. Scots basketball. Ballas with 5 trips to the foul line. 4 of them she split the pair, and 1 of them she missed both. She just hadn't been able to get both just yet. Humphreys going to drive baseline. Was wide open for a second, waited too long, got her shot partially blocked, and coming out of there with it will be Zatarga. Ballas with it. Back for Zatarga. Zatarga going to hand it off. Shot is up from Decker. That's long. Sass the rebound. Here come the Scots quickly back the other way. Taylor Sass gives it off for Humphreys. Humphreys going to drive in, back out. Sass wide open for 3. Way short this time.
Goodness.
And the rebound comes off for a break for Ballas. Ballas is going to put up a little left-handed floater. No good. Rebound. Decker up and good. 55-31. Olivet clawing back into this thing. Robbins will go the length of the floor and put a little scoop and score.
That was a really impressive finish for how far she was from the basket when she started that layup.
Here's Ballas with it. Over on the right wing, dribbles back up top around a couple screens. Going to try to do most of it herself. Gets it to Zatarga. Zatarga has her shot swatted by Griffune. Couple of blocked shots already for Griffune. She'll sit down. Sass sits down. Humphreys and Robbins as well. So that's going to leave Warchalk along with Thor, Warren, Miller, and LaRue. Pavoni gets it in to Zatarga. Zatarga driving on Miller. Zatarga all the way, puts it up and scores. Zoe Zatarga with 6. And it's 57-33. Olivet's cut the deficit to 24. Warchalk fires a pass into the corner for Thor. Back up top for Warren. Warren's going to drive down, kick it out. Warchalk driving baseline now. Into the corner. 3 ball on the way from LaRue. No good. Rebound. There will be no rebound, as it was a good job by Scholes to just block off the entire court, basically, and watch the ball bounce out of bounds. Looks like it'll be Pavoni to handle the point guard duties now for the Comets. She'll give it off to Schwartz. Schwartz with the handoff over on that left wing. And falling down is Kyer. They retain possession, though. Kyer with it to Schwartz. Schwartz with 10 on the shot clock. Back out Kyer. Kyer goes to Zatarga. Zatarga driving in again, and Warchalk with another steal. Under a minute to go, third quarter. Olivia Warren with it, going to hand it off. Warchalk wide open for 3. Perhaps too wide open, as she missed everything.
Yeah, I rushed that one a little bit.
Stosh is a really good three-point shooter, too.
She is, and especially from the top of the key like that.
Yeah, she is a 40% 32.3% from 3 this year. Has hit as many, I think, as 5 in a game. 45 seconds to go, third quarter. Pavoni goes to Schwartz. Schwartz will hand it off. They go up top. Kyer going to drive in on LaRue. Kick it into the corner. Pavoni. 15 on the shot clock. Up top for Schwartz. Schwartz finds herself open. She'll take a shot. That's short. Rebound. Very nicely done, though, by the Comets. Now a battle for the ball on the floor. Now Kyer goes down again. And eventually they're just going to take a timeout as Kyer was just kind of sitting there with the basketball, nothing to do with it. It's a 30-second timeout. We'll take it along with them, 57-33, Scots. .2 seconds to go here in the third quarter, 57-33 in favor of the Scots. Olivet has actually outscored Alma in this third quarter by the score of 13-8. Comets will look to get it in here. There's 12 on the shot clock, so a 2-second differential. They go in for Ballas. Ballas has it poked away by Warren. Warren completes the steal. Warren's on the ground. She gets it to Humphreys with 4 seconds. Humphreys back to Warren. Warren into the corner. LaRue for 3 at the buzzer. No good. Oh, what a good look, though, and a nice extra pass, like you said. So our score at the end of 3, Alma 57, Olivet 33. We'll be back after this. Ready to go for the fourth quarter from the Art Smith Arena. It will be Miller, LaRue, Thor, Humphreys, and Warren for the Scots. Olivet still sitting on the bench.
Yeah, not in too much of a hurry here, I guess.
Kyer, Ballas, Schwartz, Bolero, and Pavoni. It's going to be Pavoni to run things at the point. Olivet's gone with a much different rotation in this second half, a shorter bench so far. Inside Schwartz, a foul is going to be called on Miller. Comets will keep the basketball here. Schwartz will inbound from under her own basket. Gets it in quickly to Ballas. Ballas tries to go back inside. It's just going to be stolen away by the Scots. Aretha Humphreys. Humphreys takes a look up at the basket, going to kick it into the corner for Thor. Swing it all the way around. LaRue with it. Goes for Humphreys. Humphreys finds herself open just inside the free throw line. In and out, no good. LaRue runs the rebound down. Warren with it now. Warren fires a pass down low for Miller. Miller goes up and under and scores. Carrie Miller.
during that possession, I just realized that Olivia Warren is back in number 2. She was in number 5 the other night.
I told you she wears a different number every game.
Maybe she lost her white number 2 jersey because they were in the home whites the
other
night. Maybe that's what's going on, but just a random thought to fill some time here.
That's excellent. This should be a 5-second violation, should it not? Yes, it is. Okay,
is.
I thought we were getting pretty deep into that count there.
A second before the ref there, I guess. But it was there for sure.
Repka checks back in. Thor sits down. Scots have had 11 players score now after Miller had her first 2 there. Warren with it. Finds a cutting LaRue. Couldn't quite get it. Repka fires a pass across for Humphreys. Aretha going to drive in. Dishes a nice pass off to Repka, who finishes.
That was a great pass.
Mallory Repka with 5. Schwartz with it. She's just going to put up a long 3. That's way off. Rebound comes to Olivet. Decker with it. Shot short. Rebound comes to LaRue, and here comes Warren running for the Scots. Olivia Warren for Repka. Repka going to drive in. Have her shot blocked from behind, but right there is Miller to lay it up and in. Repka was fouled on that.
I was going to say, I think she got fouled.
The block's going to go to Schwartz, so she will probably maintain her position, 15th in the NCAA in blocks. That may have been her first one, though. I'm not sure. Averaging, I think, 2.8 per game. Decker with it now. Going to go back up top for Schwartz. Schwartz hands off. Pavoni for 3. That's long. Warren with good position, but she just gets run over. Shots up and no good, though, by Ballas, and Warren will come away with it. Warren driving in. Kick out. Repka for 3. Just long. Rebound comes to LaRue. She puts it up. No. LaRue again on the offensive glass. LaRue's going to try to pay it off with a triple of her own. In and out, but she's fouled.
I was going to say.
Probably after the shot, don't you think?
You would think it was.
Should be on the floor, I feel.
On the rim when
she'll
they called
shoot 3, though.
She deserved that 3.
Well,
after grabbing 2 rebounds and keeping it down here on this end.
Brooke LaRue will shoot 3 shots here. Her first trip to the foul line this season. She's appeared in only 2 games, averaging 2.5 minutes, but she's seeing those minutes increase rapidly here, these last couple.
Yeah, that average is going to spike after today.
Yeah, no doubt. Second shot's good, missed the first one. LaRue with 4. Third one is up and in and out, no good. Repka taps the rebound, but it comes to Decker. Here's Pavoni with it, 64-33 Scots. Pavoni hands off Bolero. They go to Scholes now. Scholes kick out Bolero. Bolero hands off for Pavoni. 7 on the shot clock. Pavoni into the corner. Decker open just inside for a long 2. That didn't hit anything. Zatarga has her shot swatted by Repka. A shot clock violation will occur.
Had some authority.
Should be Scots basketball here, and Repka climbed the ladder to throw that one out. It's got to be Alma ball.
Unless they're going to say it hit before the shot clock expired. But
nothing ever hit the rim. Neither of the shots hit the rim, so it's got to be shot clock, and it is. Taylor Cleveland will replace Warren, so it'll be Cleveland to run the point for the Scots. Her Tri-Valley Conference longtime foe, Taylor Sass, will inbound. Cleveland going to go for Repka. Repka try to pass into the corner for Sass. Goes off one of the Comets out of bounds. And Sass will inbound to Cleveland. Cleveland gets it back to Sass. Sass going to drive baseline. Little underhand pass. Gets out there. Now Sass is going to find herself open for 3. Off the iron, no good. Rebound tapped around, and Zatarga's got it.
She cannot catch a break today. Cannot get it to fall.
If she would have been on fire today like she often is, Scots might have scored 100 points.
They very well could have.
Zatarga with it. Hands off. Bolero has it tapped away by Sass. Comes to Zatarga. Zatarga, a long time in the lane there. Bolero gets it. And she'll turn it over as she fired a pass that went right to Coach Sabiti. .5:53 to go. 64-33 Scots. Taylor Cleveland crosses the timeline for Alma, for Sass. Into the corner, Repka. Repka back to Cleveland. Cleveland puts it on the floor. One bounce, three on the way. That's way off to the right, but Sass is right there. She read it well. Her shot up, no. Second chance, no. And Repka will give him a third chance, and Mallory Repka finishes. She's got 7. And the Comets have nobody home to toss the ball in. Pavoni just stood down there waiting for somebody to give it to her, and no one came. That's poor communication from the Comets. Pavoni's been running the point the entire half. Zatarga, hands off for Decker. Back to Zatarga. Zatarga into the corner, Pavoni. Extra pass up, Bolero for 3. Doesn't catch anything and goes out of bounds. Here comes Ballas along with Kelly. Fossmore in for the Scots. She replaces Sass, and whistles blowing here. Now the whistles have ended, and Taylor Cleveland will inbound it again.
He didn't like that first pass she threw.
Apparently not.
Wanted her to do it again.
Well, she's got it back now. Be LaRue for Fossmore. Fossmore kick out, LaRue. Cleveland with it now. Cross-court pass, Fossmore. Repka with 10 on the shot clock. Gonna kick it out. Cleveland driving in, puts up a wild shot, and she's fouled. Taylor Cleveland will get to the line. Foul is gonna be on Kelly, I believe. Good cut by Cleveland that time, and a nice feed by Repka. Foul is actually gonna be on Scholes. And Cleveland's first foul shot up and short. .434 to go. Second foul shot for Cleveland on the way and good. The 12th Scott player to score. 67-33. Here's Scholes with it. Gonna hand off for Ballas. Kelly with it. Kelly picks up the dribble, hands Bolero. Quick trigger 3, in and out, no good. Rebound, run down by LaRue. Here comes Cleveland quickly to Fossmore. Fossmore back to a trailing Cleveland. Mishandles it briefly. Now she gets it back. Goes for LaRue. LaRue cross-court, Fossmore. Fossmore for Cleveland, 8 on the shot clock. Nice pass in. Repka with a great pass to Lesneski.
There was some great ball movement right there that led to a bucket for the Scots.
13 Scots have scored now. Kelly with it now. For Ballas. Leaves it to Kelly. Ballas again. This is a 3 on the way from Ballas. No good. Cleveland the rebound. Cleveland wants to run 3-on-3. Stops. Gives it off to Repka. Up. No good. Lesneski the rebound. No. And Comets come out of there with it with Maya Kelly. Bolero. Bolero hands to Scholes. Cross court. Pavoni for 3. No good. Rebound. Scholes up and good. Or Ballas, excuse me. She was uncovered there. 2:58 to go. 69-35 Scots. Inside. Fossmore wide open. She draws contact and is fouled by Scholes. Grace Fossmore will get to the line for 2. Fossmore with 2 points so far. Hill checks back in for the Scots. And I think in this last 2:50, the Scots will probably try to get Adriana Hill a bucket. because she is the only Scott dressed who has not scored yet tonight.
Yeah, you would think so. It's always nice when you can get a big win, get everybody in the score column.
Both shots from Fossmore, no good. And back comes Ballas. Kelly with it, back for Ballas. Ballas works off a couple of screens, tried to go inside, and Hill steals it away. And she's fouled by Ballas.
She will not be headed to the line since that's only the 5th foul in the entire second half.
Cleveland with it for Hill. Lesneski back to Cleveland. Cleveland going to drive in, leave it off for Hill. Hill to Cleveland in the corner. Puts it on the floor, back up top. Hill, it's going to be poked away. And a battle for it out there, and out of bounds off of the Comets. It was Hill and Ballas going after it.
Awkward takedown there.
13 of 14 dressed Scots have scored here. 3 ball on the way, LaRue, no good. Fossmore the rebound. Fossmore, kick it, LaRue. LaRue, Lesneski with 2 on the shot clock off the window, no good. Lesneski follows the shot, and it's knocked out of bounds off the Scots. So Olivet will keep it here. And here come the Comets with it. Miller. Nice backdoor cut. Just unable to handle it. It's stolen by Taylor Cleveland. They tried to go inside to Logan Allen, who's in the game. Here's Hill. Audriana Hill's going to put up a little jumper. Got it, and they've all scored.
I was going to say, this might have to be the possession if she's going to score.
Minute 30 to go, 71-35 Scots. Hill with good defense now on Ballas. Shots up, no good. And the rebound comes to Fossmore, who gets it to Taylor Cleveland. Cleveland goes to the foul line, kick out LaRue, cross court Hill. Hill swing it around for Cleveland. Cleveland going to drive in now. She's going to go all the way, puts up a shot blocked by Kelly. That's going to go out of bounds. Ball to the Comets. Minute 3 to go here. Scots are going to win this one comfortably to go to 3-3 in league play. Pavoni with it. Kicks it into the corner for Scholes. Scholes drives in, puts up a scoop shot. Score it, and the foul.
Nice bucket there.
Good play by Clara Scholes, another freshman on this Olivet squad. Scots quietly have outscored Olivet 14-4 in this 4th quarter. Scholes shot up, no good. Fossmore taps the rebound around, and Ballas is going real hard out there right now. She tied it up, and eventually it's a jump ball, possession arrow in favor of the Scots.
Yeah, she's gone 110% when she's been on
all
the
the
floor
way.
tonight.
Cleveland with it. Cleveland drives into the free throw line. Her pass is intercepted there by Pavoni. Pavoni has it tapped away by Fossmore. Under pressure from Hill, they get it to Kelly. 25 seconds to go in the game. Maya Kelly driving in, kicks it out. 3 on the way for Ballas. Front iron, no. Fossmore the rebound. Taylor Cleveland with it, and this is going to do it for the ball game as Taylor's just going to dribble this one out. 5 seconds to go. 71-37 will be your final. The Scots victorious here at the Art Smith Arena. We'll step aside, back for a brief post game after this.